What's going on, guys and girls? Rob here, and a little different today. NHL Expansion Draft, ESPN tonight, 8 p.m., and the Seattle Kraken, the brand new team in the NHL, going to be coming out this year playing. And who will they be taking? Well, these are the players I think the Kraken take, okay? And I'm going to try to go through it alphabetically, okay? Anaheim Ducks. I think I think that the Kraken and Ron Francis, number one, wants a team on the ice that can compete from day one. So that means they're going to have to spend some money. They're going to have to overspend for 2 or 3 or 4 players. So that means they're going to have some elite talent, and then they're going to have some guys that are going to have to be roughhousers. And that's what I've got here. I've got some guys that I think they're going to overpay for because of their age and because of their talent and stuff they've done in their past. But I don't think they're going to take a lot of them. I think it's mostly going to be a young, spirited squad. And if that's the way, if that's what they need, that's what they need. Ron Francis should be the one to be able to put this thing together out in Seattle. All right. First one from the Anaheim Ducks. I'm getting them to take a forward here. Denton Heinen, okay? Denton Heinen, he's my pick. I know a lot of people like Hayden Fleury here. Hayden Fleury, defenseman. Yeah, I think right here you maybe not spend the money yet. You wait a little further down the line. Denton Heinen, he's a forward as well. I would take him with the pick from Anaheim. We go to Arizona, the Coyotes. And I'm going with another forward here. And this one right here seems to be a consensus pick by a lot of people. Michael Bunting. Michael Bunting, left winger for the Coyotes, only 25 years old. Denton Heinen's 26. So I'm going to give you all of the guys' ages. The only other person I've really heard that maybe somebody might want to get is maybe Jordan Gross. We'll see. I think Michael Bunting is a pretty clear pick here. I really do. Arizona. I think that's the way they go. Boston Bruins. Okay, Boston Bruins. You've got a few different directions here you can go. Obviously, if you want to overpay a little bit, you can go with David Krejci or Taylor Hall. That sets you up for a forward, but that a little bit older, but a little bit overpaid too. I don't think they're going to go in that direction. I'm also, let's see, who else have I heard that they would take? Jeremy Lauzon. That's right, Jeremy Lauzon. And also Tuukka Rask. A lot of folks like Tuukka Rask in this position. I want to go with the defenseman here, Connor Clifton. Connor Clifton, 26 years old. I think that's the direction they'll go. Boston probably would like to see him go with a little bit older guy. They would probably love to unload Taylor Hall already, but I don't think it happens right here. Buffalo Sabres. And Sabres really have slim pickings here. A lot of people say Jeff Skinner. I think Jeff Skinner is a forward that you're probably overpaying for. I like a defenseman, Jake McCabe, right here. Jake McCabe for Buffalo. I'm taking a lot of defensemen here early, but 27 years old, Jake McCabe. That's who I would pick here with Buffalo. Calgary. The Flames. Um, you know, man, oh man. I mean, there's so many directions you can go here. Nesterov, yeah. I think this is one that I think maybe you're willing to pay a little money for. Milan Lucic. Milan Lucic, tough guy. Also, he's able to put the puck in the net for you. A little bit overpriced, 33 years old as well. And it might be a guy that you could put in a package to trade after this draft to maybe get yourself a top-notch goalkeeper, a goalie. So that might be what they do. I like Milan Lucic right here for Calgary. Carolina, the Hurricanes. Let's see. Where have I put the Canes at? I don't know where I put them. There's the Hurricanes right there. Man, oh man, I tell you, I've heard Jake Bean. I've heard Morgan Geekie. I'm going goalkeeper here with some experience. Peter Mrazek. Peter Mrazek, I think, is the way to go here. He's only 29. He's got some experience in net. I think that you can't take it. You can't. Nothing takes the place of experience. So that's the way I would go with that one. Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah. Calvin DeHaan, yeah. Brent Conley, yeah. You know what? I'm going with another goalie here, Malcolm Subban. I think that's the way to go here. I really do. We'll see what happens. I like Subban in this position. All right. Let's see. Colorado Avalanche, the Avs. Who's been the hot? Jacob McDonald, Devin Dubnyk, goalkeeper. Now, I like Gabriel Landeskog here. Gabriel Landeskog, forward, 28 years old, not getting overpaid, and he can put the puck in the net. Also, is a two-way player. That's pretty much what you're going to have with your forwards. You got to have some guys that can play some defense and help out. That's one guy that can do it. Gabriel Landeskog, going from Colorado to Seattle. Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets. Let's see. Who did I pick here? All righty. Max Domi. What's up, Jaden Gordon? What's going on? Max Domi is it? I guess the sexy pick here, Max Domi. I like Kevin Stunlin here. Kevin Stunlin. He's a forward. He's not getting Stenlin. I'm sorry, Kevin Stenlin. He's a forward, 24 years old. We don't know his full potential yet. You really don't. What's your opinion from the Lightning? We'll get to Tampa in just a minute. But I'm going through them alphabetically. Kevin Stenlin, I think the forward from the Blue Jackets is the way they go right here. Dallas Stars. This was one I thought long and hard about. Jamie Alexiak, yeah, maybe. I think there's a good chance they take him. But why wouldn't you take Ben Bishop here? Ben Bishop is a playoff-proven goalie. He's 34 years old. Yes, he's 34 years old. I take Ben Bishop here. 34. I like the experience he shows. That already gives you 3 goalies, so you're not going to get many more, but you've already met your minimum. You got to take 3, and right now you've already taken 3 this early in the game. So I like that situation. Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings. Wow, I tell you, there's Troy Stetcher. Troy Stetcher is a good name, and I know a lot of people like him here. I'm with you. I don't take Stetcher either. I'm not going Stetcher's way. I'm going Dennis Chalowski. Dennis Chalowski, the defenseman for Detroit. I don't have his age right here. I can get it from real quick. I want to say he's only 23. Yeah, he's only 23. And he doesn't have a contract that's going to hold you down. Okay? You're going to take some contract on. You've got to take some money on if you want experience, you want talent, but this is not the place. Detroit doesn't have that much talent, and they've got some overloaded contracts. That's not where to go. Dennis Chalowski, the defenseman, that's the way I go right there. Edmonton Oilers. I think the sexy pick here, just because he's played on so many Stanley Cup teams, Stanley Cup Finals teams, not always won, but James Neal is a guy that you could probably pay a little more than you need to get him. I don't have a problem if you go after James Neal here, but that's not who I would go after right here. I would go after Oscar Klefbom. Oscar Klefbom, he is a defenseman. We'll see what happens. Oscar Klefbom, he's underperformed for the Oilers. I think he could be a top 6 defenseman, and if not, that's maybe one of the pieces they trade to try to get themselves a really good goalkeeper, goaltender. Florida Panthers, and I'm going goalkeeper again here. Chris Dreiger for St. Louis. Louis. Yep. Jaden's into it. Chris Dreiger, another goalie, not a high price talent, 27 years old, and he can play the game. It just happens that the order we going in, we're taking a lot of goalkeepers early. Trust me, later in the round, you're gonna see a lot more forwards go. All right, let's go. LA Kings. We just said we're gonna see some more forwards go. Right here, I think it may be 4 or 5 teams that I can almost lay it out for you. I think this one right here is a no-brainer. No-brainer right here. You have got to go with the forward, Blake Lizotte. You got to go with him right here. Money, age, the way the kid plays. Look, he's 23 years old. Coming out of the draft, he was a top 10 player. Blake Lizotte, he's not had the opportunity in LA to play on a top line, and right now I think he can play in a top 2 line. Blake Lizotte, I think this is one that you can almost write. I think you can almost pencil his name in as a Seattle Kraken player already. Blake Lizotte, okay? I think he's there. Minnesota Wild. Had a little bit of problems here with some of the guys because they have got some real crappy contracts. They really do. And then you have to work your way through it. I just it just I this is one, it could go a lot of ways. You know what? I actually wrote the wrong guy's name down right here. Minnesota Wild. Let me see Minnesota Wild. You like Capo? Let me check this name out. Nah, they don't want him. Kokkonen, Capo Kokkonen. You like Capo Kokkonen here? Goaltender, 24. Capo Kokkonen, yeah, I like him too. Let's go with Capo Kokkonen here. He's only 24 years old. Yeah, I made a mistake here somewhere. Put a wrong name down. And if you got if you got an extra goalkeeper or two, you don't know that a team like an Edmonton, like a team like Calgary, like a team like Montreal, especially if they were to lose Carey Price, we'll get to Montreal in a minute. In fact, we're getting to Montreal right now. I don't think they're going to take Carey Price. I really don't, guys. What's up, Alex? What's going on? He's a sexy pick here, Carey Price. There's two players that it just seems too obvious. It seems too obvious here that why in the world would you want Carey Price or Shea Weber? And look, I think there's a forward out there that really has not blossomed yet. He's 28 years old. Philip Deneau. I like Philip Deneau too. Yeah, I do like him. Philip Deneau, forward, 28 years old. I like him here in this spot. Philip Deneau. Nashville Preds, the Predators. Let's see, the Predators. I've got them getting a forward as well from them. They're going to spend a little money here. They're going to spend. This is the first time they're going to spend some money. And, I think they're going to get Ryan Johansson. I think they're going to take Ryan Johansson here. I really do. A lot of people saying Matt Duchene. I don't think Matt Duchene goes here. I think Ryan Johansson, 28 years old, okay, a big contract, yes, but the kid has been playing a little bit better, and he's never been given a top line. He may be given a top line here, along with Lizotte. Landeskog is not with Landeskog's not with Nashville, bruh. Landeskog's with the Avalanche. So I like Johansson here. I like Johansson. I really do. Let's go to the New Jersey Devils. And you know what? You've already got his brother. Why don't you take him as well? How about PK Subban? Okay, PK Subban here. I think that's the way to go. He's a tough defenseman. Look, if he's playing in front of his brother, you don't know how he may come out here. But if he's playing in front of Malcolm on some occasions, he and PK may really, really know how to intertwine and know how to play and help each other. I like PK Subban here. I just think the family connection here, send them to Seattle, fresh start. Big hefty contract, yes. but I think they're willing to take on a few contracts. This is one I think they will take on. And Subban, you've got about 4 teams that want him right now. So we'll see if they happen to do that. I like Subban in this instance. The New York Islanders. Look, there's 2 forwards here. One I think is clearly better than the other. You have Jordan Eberle, and then you have Josh Bailey right here. Do you spend a little more money and get Jordan Eberle? I think so. Jordan Eberle is the way to go here. Forward, 31 years old. He'll probably pay the wing. The expansion draft, ESPN 2. ESPN 2, 8 o'clock tonight Eastern time. I like Jordan Eberle here. I really do. I like Jordan Eberle here. New York Rangers. They're going to go with a forward too, I think, right here. Colin Blackwell. Look, I know a lot of people are saying Gauthier, fine. Julian Gauthier, I like Colin Blackwell. I like Colin Blackwell here for a couple of reasons. He's not going to cost you an arm, a leg, and an ass. And on top of that, he's a pretty stern player too. Colin Blackwell. So we'll see what happens. Braden Thomas, what's going on? We will see what happens here. But I do like Colin Blackwell for the Rangers. Ottawa Senators here. I'm going with another forward here, okay? Look, this is one that Matt Murray, a lot of people say Matt Murray, the goalkeeper. I don't think so. I really don't right here. I like Evgeny Dadonov. Seattle should have Russell Wilson switch to hockey. Yeah. Evgeny Dadonov, I don't think he is. I do not have them taking Price. No, I do not. They won't take. I don't think they take Carey Price, and I don't think they take Shea Weber. Neither one. I think they're going to stay away from those contracts. I really do. They're taking their money. I think they're going to take their money and go elsewhere with it. Okay? Yeah. And Ovechkin is available. But I'll tell you in just a little while whether I think available. Price is injured, but he will be ready to play at the start of the season. I still don't think he take Carey Price. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, boy, the sexy picks right here, right? Let's take Jake Voracek now. Let's take James Van Riemsdyk. James Van Riemsdyk has played everywhere in the system. He's played everywhere. Look, the one guy that's been in the doghouse the whole time, I don't take Van Riemsdyk. I don't take Van Riemsdyk here. The one guy that's been in the doghouse can I get my mock draft? Yeah, you can do it. The one guy that I think has been in the doghouse for Philadelphia way too long, okay, but I think can play the damn game. Shane Gostisbehere. Shane Gostisbehere is a guy that actually plays tough and hard. He has been held to a higher standard just because they want to make him that number one defenseman. He is not a number one defenseman. He is a number 2 defenseman. Shane Gostisbehere is the way I go here. I don't even think about going Voracek. Voracek's $10 million. If you're going to spend $10 million, Voracek's not the way to go. And definitely Van Riemsdyk, that's another $7 million. Don't save your money. You're going to have money to spend later, and we'll be glad you've got it. Trust me. Pittsburgh Penguins. Look, and look. Do you the hot pick here? And I've heard maybe 6 people tell me Marcus Pettersson here. Marcus Pettersson. Marcus Pettersson. I go a different direction entirely. Okay, I go with a cheapie, and I go with a forward. I go with Zach Aston Reese here. Zach Aston Reese, exactly. I go with a cheapie. He's 26 years old. He is not costing you much at all. Zach Aston Reese is the way I go right here. I don't think they probably take him. They probably will go with the defenseman. I wouldn't do it. I would go with Zach Aston Reese here. I really would. San Jose Sharks, the Sharks here. And look, Patrick Marleau is past his prime. One of the best defense. Yeah, Aston Reese is a good ball. I mean, he's a good player. He really is. Ryan Donato. Yeah, Patrick Marleau. Way overpaid. Way overpaid. And they're really, really, really not getting anything out of him. Go defense here. Go defense. Radim Simek. Radim Simek. He's only 28. Okay, Radim Simek. He's been tested too. He is. If you check, I mean, he's had some pretty good fights too against some of the better players from Canada back in a couple years ago with Calgary, Edmonton. Yeah, he's a tough kid. He's a tough kid. I think he can come in there. Do I think he's a top 6? We'll see. Radim Simek, though, is a way I would go right here. What do you think of the reported Adam Larson deal? 4 years, $4 million cap hit. You could do worse. You could do worse than getting Adam Larson for 4 years, $4 million. Yeah. Cap hit of $4 million for the first year. Okay. I would probably go a different direction, but hey, that's just me. Okay. San Jose Sharks. We're going to St. Louis Blues now. St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues. Larson's good, no doubt about it. He's good. And I think they're going to pull a trigger here. This is one. We dare you, we dare you, we dare you. And they're going to pull a trigger. Vladimir Tarasenko. They will take him. $7.5 million. Look, they may keep Tarasenko. $7.5 million is not a lot for a 29-year-old forward, all-star forward. Tarasenko could be the franchise block. He could be the one that they build this whole franchise around, Tarasenko. I think maybe they keep him. I really do. $7.5 million is not $12.5 million. Okay, this is not Ovechkin money. Okay, Ovechkin money is money that when you throw it out there, you're going to have 2 side mates with him that you've never heard of when you do this. Tarasenko is $7.5 million. You've got 15 other players that you could draft right here that cost more than Tarasenko. And you point to 1 or 2 to me that's better offensive and just all around players. I would take Tarasenko. I would keep Tarasenko. That's just me. Obviously, he doesn't put the puck in the net as much as Ovechkin, but Ovechkin is a cherry picker. Ovechkin does not play 2 ways. Tarasenko can play some defense for you, too. Tarasenko is the pick here. I think they keep him. All right. Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning, the champion Tampa Bay Lightning. And they're not going to like us when I say who they're going to take, okay? Look, this kid played as tough as anybody in the finals. He's a centerman. He is a forward, and he's not being overpaid. Blake Coleman here. Blake Coleman. I think Blake Coleman, look, he does not show up that much he doesn't show up that much in regular season. But look at what he came out with look at the way he came out in the playoffs. Okay, he was going to come out tough, tough, tough. Now, if you want to worry about Cal Foot, do worry. Okay, Cal Foot could definitely be picked, and Yanni Gourde. Yanni Gourde, he could be picked too. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised Yanni Gourde gets picked. But I think Blake Coleman is a pick here. Yanni could definitely get picked, though. But for the money, I like Blake Coleman. He's rugged. He's tough, grinder. I mean, look. We'll see what happens. If I'm GM, I would not go with Yanni. I would go with Blake Coleman because he's a guy that you could put on the first line or you could put him on the fourth line. Coleman is a kid. He can intertwine. He has ability. He can skate, but he can also roughneck. He can be a guy that if you have to put him in there to put him up against a guy that's, look, that's just, they're pushing you around. Get up there and I want you to kick his ass. Or at least I want you to show what you can do. Blake Coleman can do that. And he's only, what is he? Blake Coleman is, I don't know how old, 29. So Blake Coleman is the way I would go, but don't be surprised if they go with Yanni, or they could definitely go with Cal Foot. Either one of those two players could definitely be players that they take. Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs. They're saying, please take Jason Spezza off of our hands. Please take Riley Nash off of our hands. No, it's not going to happen. They're not going to do that. They're going to go with a forward that I think that and Kerfoot, I don't think they're going that route either. I think they're going with a forward, but I like Jared McCann here. I like Jared McCann. Was he 25 years old? He's been playing behind some of the top guys out there, and we'll see what happens. There's so many directions you could take right here with this Tampa team, but I like Jared McCann here. You don't want to spend way. Kerfoot could be it. I like Jared McCann. I really do. I like Jared McCann here. Vancouver, the Canucks. And boy, oh boy, you look down the list. 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 And then you look all the way at the bottom. And this is a guy that you're going to have to pay him some money, okay? And he's past his prime, okay? Braden Holtby. I think there's a chance they take Braden Holtby. Why do I think so? I think this could be a piece that they try to trade. It's a risk. It's a risk. It's a lot of money, and he is way past his prime. But I think Braden Holtby is the pick here. We'll see what happens. Woo, drop my ice. Washington Capitals. Washington Capitals. Washington Capitals. Do you spend the $15 million that you is going to pretty much take to get Alex Ovechkin and get him to move from the East Coast to the West Coast? No, you don't do it. You just don't do that. I don't even think they're going to go offense here. And they're not, look, I'm sorry, they're not going to go with Chara. They're not going with Chara here. Justin Schultz. Justin Schultz is the way to go here. 31 years old, yeah, he's a little bit older in the tooth, but I think he's the one to get. I've heard Michael Raffles' name picked. I've heard Ovechkin's name, but I like Justin Schultz here. Justin Schultz, I think, will be the pick here. Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg Jets. They get to be the last team taken. And I think they're going to go forward here, guys. I didn't put forward here. And I don't think you got to go far down the list. 25-year-old Mason Appleton. Mason Appleton. I like him here. We'll see what happens. He's a good player. Good player. We'll see if he ends up being taken by the Kraken. Now, we've got 20 some odd players here. How many do you think that I got right here? Please put it down in the comment section before 5 p.m. today, okay? Before 5 p.m., put it in the comment section how many players you think I chose correctly. And if you think that I didn't even choose half of them right, correct me on the ones you think I missed. Before 5 p.m., no. Have them in there before 5 p.m., okay? I have not heard any leaks, any of those leaked things about Kerfoot, anything like that. I went with players that I thought were going to get drafted by the Kraken. We'll see what happens. 8 o'clock tonight, ESPN2, not the NHL network, not NBCSN, none of those networks. It is ESPN2. They're getting back into the hockey next year, and this is the best way for them to do it. Hockey night in Canada, hockey night in Seattle, and that's what they're going to do. Also, the women, the USA women soccer team got kerplunked 3-0 by Sweden. Sweden stomped them 3-0, and so they've lost one of their group games already. They can ill afford to lose any of the next two. They really can't. We'll see what happens. Alex has sent me his picks. If you wish to send me your picks, okay, put them down below if you care to, or you can email it to me. Either way. Till I see you guys again. Have a great one. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. And like I say, expansion draft 8 p.m. tonight. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.